Loudmouth ghetto girl.
Loudmouth ghetto girl.
Loudmouth ghetto girl.
Loudmouth ghetto girl.
We might just get hit with the Rico. That's how they get on my people. They take somebody like Huey and they make them seem like Nino. Speaking the truth.
Hey, it's your girl Amber Hasan, welcoming you to another amazing episode of the Loudmouth Ghetto Girl podcast. In this episode, we'll be talking about how chronic illnesses affect the lives of many women and how we still have to go on being wives, mothers, teachers, whatever it is that we do, we still have to do those things within the parameters of dealing with our illnesses. So I only need you to do a few things. I need you to listen. I need you to give me some feedback. I need you to share this with a friend. Just do those things and I will love you long time. Thank you so much and I hope you enjoy this episode. What was the man name yesterday?
Thomas.
Okay, this ain't him, but it had kind of looked like him.
Hey.
I'm ready. You ready? I'm sitting here working. So I was told by my manager to go check the post that he just posted, right, on my behalf. I go to check the post, and of course, I'm just scrolling, see, what's going on.
Wait. You checked the post?
Yeah.
And then you start doing what?
And then I started scrolling just to see.
Wait, go back to what your manager say do?
Because there's some things
what
that haven't.
What did your manager say do?
Who doing the podcast right now? Who is, you know what? Yes, sir. I'm putting my phone away, as you people can see. Listen, come to Back 40 Records. You will be given directions and then cursed out for following directions every day. That's my Back 40 commercial. You will get those all the time because Suge Ock is... I can't even describe his management style / personality. I didn't learn any of that in business school. None of it. I don't know where he learned it from. The joint.
Right, you don't put my business out there.
Anyway, okay. It's me, Amber Hasan, your friendly neighborhood loudmouth ghetto girl, and I am here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And as you can tell, Mississippi. As you can tell, I am not getting ready to go to the film festival. We went to one yesterday. So yesterday we went to the Rails to Reels Film Festival in Meridian, Mississippi. It was a very beautiful event. They had some great food, great people, great films. They made us feel really at home. Everybody had good stuff to say about 15 Minutes, which was written by yours truly, that you can't see over here, who's the voice behind the camera, Mr. Tuclore, and it was directed by Bill Berryman. Shout out. So, I am sitting here, with a bag of vitamins and tea and honey and things of that nature because Lupus said you are going to sit down today, and my husbander also told me that I was going to sit down today. So that's what I'm doing. But because I'm at Back 40 Records, I still have to work because if you don't work, you don't eat. That is the slogan
and we
here.
know you like to eat.
Did you have to put my business out here? Anyway, that's the slogan here at Back 40. So I'm still trying to give y'all some content, still trying to, give you as much from this film festival weekend as I can. So that was the first film festival that it was shown at, right?
Yes.
That's dope. How we actually pulled up like a couple minutes maybe too late to see it on the big...
We pulled up like 15 minutes too late.
Like 15 minutes too late because we had bad address and things like that. So,
and lack of help driving, so some people be tired when they be driving.
I was driving when we pulled up, right?
Hey, nobody said nothing about you.
I was driving when we pulled up. And, to be clear, I asked several times, like, hey, you want me to drive? I can't see all that good. I still would have drove. We could have YOLO'd it.
Pause. Asterisk. I can't see that good. But I'll drive if y'all want me to.
I'm from Flint. Anyway, so we didn't get to see it actually on the big screen. He will get to see it tonight because it's gonna be showing at the second film festival. So he'll get to see it, all jazzy and important and stuff like that. Um, what did you think about the Temple Theater? The Temple Theater, by the way.
Temple Theater is dope. I will stay in the Temple Theater. It's a classic venue. It's really nice.
Temple Theater was built in 1927. It's in the heart of Meridian, Mississippi, and it's the last theater of its kind that is still standing in Mississippi. It's like the vaudeville type theater, and it's built in the Moorish architectural style that was, it was erected by the Shriners, right?
Right.
So if you get a chance and you just in Mississippi, you're near Meridian, check out the Temple Theater. And I think they have like movies showing there, plays, things of that nature. So it was a beautiful venue, and I could have spent all day just at the venue exploring and taking pictures and talking to people about, just the history and the culture of the building itself. Now, I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a writer. I'm not a filmmaker. And I don't know all of the processes that go into making films and all the intricacies and all the, the esoteric things that can take a movie from being okay to being just amazing. The thing I took away from it as a writer was make your transition smooth. That was as a viewer, that's a writer. When I'm watching movies, that's kind of what just make everything flow well. So it was just an experience for me watching movies from that standpoint instead of watching them for purely entertainment purposes. I'm watching them in more detail and doing more, paying attention to the small things. So that's what I took away from it. So so I was fine yesterday. I was good. I had like these sour burps, and then like 3 this morning, it was like, nope, you're not going anywhere. But I still would have tried to go, because that's just me. Because right now I'm feeling like good enough to where I can fake it for people. Like earlier, I wasn't good enough to fake it. I was like a dead body. Now I'm good enough to fake it, which is what I do a lot of the times, is fake it like everything is straight. But I have someone who told me, no, you're not going to fake it. You're going to sit down. So when dealing with an autoimmune disease, specifically lupus, you have to make those choices. And it's like I'm dealing with pain every day. Sometimes I'll deal with being, sickness like for weeks on end. And you have to like play it by ear and say, okay, so what do I push through and do? And what do I not do? When do I say, okay, I need to rest? And, you feel guilty sometimes because you're like, well, I'm good enough to watch TV, or I'm good enough to scroll on my phone, or I'm good enough to write. But that don't mean I'm good enough to be up and walking around and dealing with people who have their own set of germs that they walking around with, and touching door handles and, things of that nature. So, I would like to ask you, though, because I'm a person who's dealing with it firsthand. And so I know that sometimes it can be annoying to other people that love me and that care about me, because it's kind of a always by ear type of thing. It's kind of always like, oh no, I'm well enough. So and I do understand that. And just in our defense, people who deal with autoimmune diseases, because I'm sure all of you do this at some point in time, I just think we don't want to always be seeming like we in a perpetual complaint, because like I can't every day have a genuine complaint. Like it might be one day, it might be my joints are killing me. The next day, it might be I'm nauseous. The next day, I might be exhausted. And most days, I personally feel like, oh, I can push through this and I can do it, or what have you.
To be more clear, when I ask how you feeling, I already know that this is a 24/7. I feel like crap for the most part. The question really is, hey, are you feeling your normal crappiness, or is it more than your normal crappiness? That's what how you feeling really means.
Okay, so today is more than normal crappiness. I will say that today is like was fire. Now it's getting back to like normal crappiness, but today was like way left earlier, and now it's leveling out. And that's another thing, like dealing with an autoimmune disease. I might have 4 or 5 hours in the morning where I'm like completely out of it, like completely like can't do anything, and then boom, I got energy and I'm up and I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm ready to eat, and I'm ready to have my day going. Or I might have the whole day where I'm feeling amazing, like I might go work out, do all kind of stuff, and then boom, that quick is, and it's a train wreck. So sometimes, and that's,
Was that your train wreck thing?
it was like a plane and
Like,
train.
if a train wrecks, does it make the sound when it? All right, nothing. Go ahead.
It made the sound of the plane crash into the train wreck. So the train wreck was coming
So
this
it was
way.
a plane and it.
That's how
it
they
was a
wrecked.
train.
Yeah.
So the plane went straight down
Into the
the train.
Yep.
Okay.
It went down to the track, and then
Oh, it hit the plane. Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead.
and it blew up. No people were hurt. No, I appreciate the fact that that I can still do the things that I do as far as traveling and working and doing entertainment while still having lupus. And I do appreciate the fact that you make sure that I'm safe and I'm well and I can still do these things. So high five right here. Oh, he gave me a high five. Normally he don't throw the high five. He just be like, cause he whack. So I'm taking care of myself. I'm resting, which is very, very hard for me to do. It is so eating me up on the inside that I have to miss the film festival. It's eating me up that I have to sit in this bed and rest. Because now I'm at the point where I'm feeling straight and I'm like, oh, I can get up and do some yoga. And no, I'm not going to do it. But it's humbling to have to do those things. It's humbling to have to sit your butt down and rest and take care of yourself. But if I want to be successful in this arena, if I want to do these things and be able to do them at a, kind of regular pace, I have to make sure that I'm taken care of. So, where will you be at tonight? Hollywood South Urban Film Festival. And so, they're going to go tonight. And one of the actors is actually here.
Spake.
And he played which character?
He played Ahi. He the brother calling from the joint.
And we're not going to give away too much of the movie.
As soon as I said that, I thought about it.
We're not giving away too much of the movie. You got to go see that. You got to wait until you can check that out. And all the people who voted for the Viewer's Choice Award, for which film festival was that?
That's too many questions.
Anyone who voted for that Viewer's Choice Award, we appreciate that. And
we received the International Independent Film Writers Award, something.
He don't even know his awards and stuff.
That's not because of lack of appreciation. That's because of how my brain works.
He's just so humble that it doesn't even, register to him. He just keeps on walking around with his house shoes on. He had his house shoes on yesterday at the film festival.
Why did I have my house shoes on?
I just wanted to let y'all know that. He got out the car. He said, "I'm a G. I'm finna."
Oh my goodness.
He said, "So I'm finna just go ahead and walk up in here with my house shoes on."
Could.
He had his do-rag on.
Could.
Like, it was...
I take the hood with me.
He takes the hood with him wherever he goes. I'm cool with that. Y'all know. Loudmouth Ghetto Girl.
Shout out Rondell.
But no, I'm really excited for you. It will be nice to be there to interview you guys and to get some footage there. But I'm sure you'll handle that wonderfully. And I think the film it transcends like lines of like, some films, it's a woman, a female, a chick flick, I guess they call it. And then you have certain films that are more male oriented and some for kids. And I think everybody can gain something from the film. And it does a whole lot in 15 minutes. Like, it gives you so much within that 15 minutes. So let me ask you, because I know people who are not in the industry don't really understand what goes into putting a movie together. Um, it's a short, but how long did it take you all to do the filming and everything for that 15 minutes?
Oh, I believe we shot for a week, if I'm correct. And the reason that I don't, once again, how my brain works, it's easier for me not to be pinpointing dates. Let me explain why for the people. I have a significant amount of time not being out here in the so-called free world, right? And when you do a large amount of time incarcerated, when you do a large amount of time incarcerated, no, when I was doing that amount of time in prison, it was easier for me not to pinpoint time to just be.
Because time really don't exist anyways, but that's
It's
a
an illusion.
whole nother podcast.
So to just be. So I have 14 years in prison. So once you create a habit and you practice it that long, it's extremely hard to get out of it. With all that being said, so I'm out here. I don't pinpoint dates a lot. They could come tell me that we were actually shooting for 3 weeks, and I'd be like, oh, it wouldn't even throw me off because things like that had happened before. But I'm almost sure it was just around a week of shooting in Atlanta. But I just wanted to explain why when you're asking certain things, I don't have the dates and time down like that. It's not because I don't appreciate the position I'm in. It's because of my history.
Well, mine I'm gonna attribute to Lupus. That's why I don't know, and that's why I don't remember to call people back. Um, how did you and Will start working together?
So I'm in a we're
Bill, my
incarcerated.
bad.
Bill. I'm in MCF, Muskegon Correctional Facility. Shout out my man J. Josh Splee because it's who I was dealing with then, where I was working on a project with him at the time. Will's granny, his grandmother and my mother are close, I believe. And she was talking about Will and his music and what he was doing. Then my mom, as she always do,
Shout out, Miss Mary.
have to, well, my son. So she was like, well, they should probably hook up, man. They should know each other. And Will, I'm not sure if I wrote him or if I just called, but from day one, he acted as if I was around the corner. Like, yo, what's up? What you got going on? Like, it was nothing, man. Dude is phenomenal. He never played me any type of way other than like you're supposed to play a person. So I told him I had an opportunity to do music from in there. I sent it to him. We started working together because he liked the music. And I remember a line he said early on after he saw the work ethic. He was like, bro, if you work like this, or no, he said, if you work anything like this out here, I have to mess with you. And I've been messing with him since I've been home day one. We've been, I was going to say, we've been stuck. Pause. We've been working with each
I have
other
to talk to
from
y'all
day
about that.
one. Don't even keep on that, man. Keep it moving on. So we've been working with him, man. I mean, he's been working with me. We've been working with each other since I've been out. And I want to shout out Mr. Bill Berryman because he's shown me probably 80% of what I know. And every time he gets up on something or gets some information or gets a plug, learns a new thing, turns right around and calls me like, yo, okay, write this down.
Mm-hmm.
And he shares it.
Which is amazing because a lot of people, they get information, they'll hoard it. Like, if somebody else gets some information, it's going to put them above them or at least put them at an equal standing to them. And I think that it's crazy for you to want to deal with people who aren't as successful as you or who aren't as knowledgeable as you or who aren't as talented as you. That's like one of the, like, I can't even understand that concept of how you can be that selfish and not want to share knowledge. So that's dope that he does that and that, you two have that relationship and how the relationship was built and formed. Now, will that be in a movie soon?
Hey, how could we not, or how could somebody not do the based on a true story. Once we start, probably after we work 100, 2, 3, 400 million or something, then maybe somebody will come ask, can they do our story? Of course.
I mean, because you close to being a millionaire, right?
I got all the zeros. I'm not playing. All I need is that one. Watch.
So you're about to get dressed. You're about to get ready to leave. He was supposed to be gone, but he's been making sure that I get the stuff that I need, which is I'm really appreciative to that because he's supposed to be over there being important, talking to people, interviewing, taking pictures, you know. But instead, he's sitting here kicking in with me for a little bit. Made sure I got something in my stomach. Made sure I was decent because I don't think he really thought that I was better. And so I really think that some of that was just keeping an eye on me, trying to be slick with it. But, I let that. He just did this, y'all. But I do appreciate all of that. And I love the fact that you and Bill, like, neither one of y'all are pretentious or, uppity or, acting all important and sedity when y'all just y'all regular selves when y'all get places, and y'all kind of like unimpressed with all of the fanfare and all of the other things. What do you think about you all keeps you to where you're not caught up in that?
My mother. Shout out Mary Williams, Mary Alice. My mother is a renowned hairstylist. I grew up going to hair shows with her from Cali to New York, all over the place, right? And here, let's be blunt. My mama was the shit. She was the man. You know what I'm saying? She was popping. Her name was gold. Her name was diamonds. But if you didn't know that, you would not know.
Right.
Mary never acted different. She never was important. Man, it's amazing. And it's still to this day. She's still doing hair. 83,
still doing hair. Like, so, real deal, still doing hair.
Yeah, like at work every day, like, doing hair.
Every day.
So, I grew up under that. And it wasn't like told to me. That'd be the thing with children too, man. You think their child is listening to what you're saying. Your child is watching you. Mm-hmm. So she wasn't telling me, hey, if you become successful, don't act funny. She wasn't. No, she was just being her. I'm like my mother. I'm not impressed with that. You can't take it with you. You only can take your actions, what you've been doing. So you can act important all you want to.
Well, that says it right there. And I need to get Miss Mary on the podcast. That thought just had came in my head when you said that. Like, we need to sit down and chop it up as far as.
She don't mind talking. She really don't.
You know, me and her be sitting there for.
Talking about peppermint soap.
Hey, check out whiffsonline.com. It's this dope peppermint soap. Ladies, it tingles. And it's at the Oil Shop Flint, 5014 North Saginaw Street. 12 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. Come holler at me. Get that peppermint soap in your life. And if you want to work from your deathbed, join Back 40 Records. No, I'm really glad that my husbander is creative enough and stuff to where we can still make stuff happen even when things don't go the way they planned, and that he's adaptable enough to say, hey, well, let's go ahead and do some filming like this, and because that's where I go with it, and I wouldn't want somebody to be so uptight and caught up on appearances and things like that to where we can't still make stuff happen, because that's kind of what we do. As Loudmouth Ghetto Girls, we make stuff happen. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in, checking me out. You can check me out on social media. I guess all that information will be like on the screen once he make it fancy and stuff like that. Just look up Amber Hasan with one S. So Hasan. If you don't, that's fine too. I won't even know. Check me out again. I don't even know when this is going to be posted, so I can't really give you no information. But check me out again. Keep me in your prayers. Keep me in your well wishes. I'll keep you in mind. And, check out the film 15 minutes when you get a chance. Check out my album. It'll be it's everywhere, right?
15minutefilms.com.
15minutefilms.com.
Girl, and Hasan anywhere digital downloads are sold. You actually, man, you can call me and give me your credit card number over the phone, and I'll send you the doggone music if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
Anywhere.
So I love you all. Have a great, day, week, life, whatever. Loudmouth Ghetto Girl. Hey.
Loudmouth Ghetto Girl.
Loudmouth Ghetto Girl.
Loudmouth Ghetto Girl.
Loudmouth Ghetto Girl.
We might just get hit with the Rico. That's how they get on my people. They take somebody like Huey and they make him seem like he Nino.